Stream. Alright. We are going to be playing Star Technology. So I might as well just edit the title. I'll just name it that. I'm gonna go get this real quick. Find this one. Let me just. Alright, well, as everything should start by getting some wood. There we go. Good chips. And by making an X, of course. But let's see. We're gonna be playing with not essentials. Oh, I do. But we're gonna be playing with channels, is what I meant to say. Let's go. Oh. Just gonna get at it. There we go. Another one. So I get some logs as well. I need some cobblestone. Just gotta sneak some cobblestone into existence because that's how that works. There we go. And we're already in Stone Age. Crazy. The classic Skyblock start. Every start just starts out by expanding just a bit. But the difference between that is I don't have to get lava for cobblestone. Not yet, at least. There's a better version, but let's get a hammer. That should be good. And then we could just get all this to be gravel. There. And then we can go for the quests as well. That should be good. I didn't get sand? I thought I did. Anyways, I'm going to make some drawers. Oh, Jesus. Make some drawers. Okay, that should be good. 8 4x4 drawers for all my storing needs. Probably gonna play this a bit slow. Slow and steady always wins the race. But we're kind of speed running through early game right now. we need to get a sieve and a furnace. But first, that comes with cobblestone. So, let's just sneak for a bit. Cobblestone. Infinite cobblestone glitch. Let's go. Alright. I'm gonna go actually find the stream so I can see what people are, if there's any people typing. So, yeah, you just have to give me a second. Yeah. Alright, then. Let's just start doing that. Okay, we got some more cobblestone. With this cobblestone, I can make a furnace. And that should be the good for now. But for this, we need sieves. And that comes from worms. And that comes from crooks. So, let's grab the crook real quick. Let's make a stone axe as well. There we go. And that's gonna start infesting that. Alright. In the meanwhile, let's go expand our platform. Just want this, and then we get to do that. Damn, that is bright. Alrighty. There we go. Now we got one big long platform. Looks like that's ready. So we get a bunch of string from that. We get the actual sieve, and then the mesh, and then place that here, place that there, and then, yeah, 7. Except we're gonna need a lot more of these, because I do not just want one crushed copper. So, I'm gonna get to infesting. Infesting all them trees. Oh crap. That's not good. Let me just... Oh, okay, there we go. Guess I'll wait up here then. Ooh, I forgot to do one thing. Set that to peaceful, since this pack can indeed be beaten in peaceful. So... I know if my crook could survive this. Let's see. There. A 17, yeah, no. I'm gonna grab some of those. I think it's stone pebbles. I'll just use some diorite. And then make a diorite crook. To mine all this up. That's a bunch of string, and that's a bunch of wood. So basically that's gonna be a lot of problems fixed. We have so much string. In fact, I'm gonna make a bed. of some wool. Our first bed. Time to go to sleep. Alright, let's start making some stuff. I think that should be good. No, wait. We need one more craft of slabs. Right, we just need that much. And then some more sticks. That should be good. Yeah. Okay. That should be all the scissors we need. 4, and then we have 25 right here. And then let's grab some string. We just grab that. We can make 25 string meshes, which the string can go back to its home. Alright, and it's wool. And then I guess I'll place it like right here. And to prevent this from falling, like all the loot falling, this and put that in there. And then we could just put these here, that there. And we just basically do this for here. Alrighty. We can just put all the string meshes on here. So basically, like every start to any mod pack, you have to, of course, sift materials down into its core materials, like iron and copper and tin, which magnetite's basically iron, and sclafferite, I'm pretty sure, is copper. So let's start putting this stuff in. These are the miscellaneous because they're kind of the odd ones out. Cube. Okay, and then we get that gravel, and then, yep, that's a lot of materials. But hey, it's all good, because we'll all eventually need these. I'm gonna make some, one more furnace, because we're gonna be needing some, and some wood, which you guys can probably guess what I'm gonna make now. I'm gonna make some charcoal in one, and then with some of this, create some iron. The first iron. We're already speeding through progression. Our goal probably for this stream is probably to at least get somewhere to steel. I want to get to steel. That thing. I don't think we'll have time to get like circuits or like maybe cables. Actually, maybe I could get cables, but yeah, definitely not electricity this stream. That might be next stream or the stream after, because I want to actually have a good time. But first, we need to obtain water. Yeah. So let's go do that. How do you obtain water? Crucible, which needs logs. So let's do that. And crucible. There you go. And then we can get the wooden bucket, even though we have iron smelting. But we have a better purpose for this iron, and it's called a hammer. Hammers are really useful because they could just hammer stuff. They're like that, but we could probably just access something right now. But that is basically the first thing you should get in any GregTech mod pack. But first, we need andesite alloy. And to get that, well, you can assume it's andesite and iron. So, got 48 andesite alloy. And we could just store the spare iron right there. Miscellaneous. And then andesite right there. Anyways, with this andesite alloy, we can make shafts for the create mod. So let's do that. And large water wheel. This will probably be bad for the stream, honestly, but I do not care. We're gonna be hitting stuff, so let's just do that real quick. And there we go. Let's see, 4 plus 2, we need some more. I will eventually obtain lava too, so don't worry. But right now we need that create press, because that, what the create press does is give 1-to-1 ratios, if I find it. Hold on, I'm just gonna find iron plates or something. I didn't realize there were so many recipes. What this does is give 1-to-1 ratios for plates instead of the 2-to-1 you would normally have at this stage of the game. Now that is just for like early game materials. We can't do it with like steel or something, so that doesn't make the hammer completely obsolete. But it is very useful early game. And crank. We're just gonna hand crank it for now. But eventually we'll have that water wheel going. And that will be automatically doing that for us. Since there's like no hunger, we could just, what am I trying to create? I was just trying to create a depot. But yeah, I'll just do that, and that. There we go. What we're probably gonna do is also get a mixture eventually, so we can make bronze and brass without just smelting them straight from dust. Because this kind of sucks. I don't like doing this. I did this in a previous playthrough and it was slow and tedious. But now we have alloy mixing. We can mix like stuff like Envar, and like bronze and brass, which we'll need plenty of. Anyways, yeah, back on topic. Let's see, water done. Water is not done. Darn. I guess we can work on getting a barrel. Actually, we need more stone, so let's do that. So, I'm just gonna go into controls. Just do that. How much stone could we possibly get from this? That's a lot of stuff. So let's see. $312. So that's a stack of cobblestone, and I'll make a cube. That should be a lot of gravel. Alrighty. Magnetite. Right there. It's currently night, so let's go to sleep. Alrighty, water? No, we need one more. This thing is never gonna fill, I swear. We don't really need the coat. Well, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We need it for the treated wood, which is necessary. Well, kinda. We just need clay, which comes from barrel transforming too, so we can get it from just transforming in a normal barrel. Let me just... Yeah, clay blocks, barrel soaking. But that's more when we have create pumps and stuff, which is basically really easily. You have to just smelt some copper. And we will do... And we'll get into create once we have actually water as like the slowest thing we need right now. Oh crap, not again. Ah. Not my stone axe. Bro. I swear. How much wood is there? How much? Finally. We have so many saplings. We're definitely gonna... Yeah, let's start composting now. Because we'll need some bone meal for porcelain clay. I'll put that right there. Can we? No. That's what they should add. They should add, like, bone meal, or, like, composting worms. That would be funny. Damn, bro, what is my luck? I'm running through a stack like crazy. That... Is that all my saplings? Except, like, one? That's crazy. We do not need all these silkworms, so I'm just gonna throw them out. Shish. Well, I didn't think... Oh, wait, no, there's 6 saplings. There you go. We had to take the gambling chance. Damn it. Oh, this is a good tree as well. It's one of those big trees where we can get a lot of saplings from it. Dude, please. There you go. But now that we do have water, we're gonna need another water. Can you believe it? But first, wood slabs. Building time. Okay, that should be good. And then I'll just do that. So with that, we just need one more water, and we should be good. We could start making wrought iron. That's a thing we could do. So. Let me just grab that. We'll just build in the creation kind of area. There we go, and then we could just fry an iron ingot. Now, of course, it's just gonna take a little while. But I'm pretty sure eventually when we get clay, we can make a pan. And that's when frying iron is really good. But that is wrought iron. Now, since we have water, we're just waiting on this. So while we're waiting, what should we work on? We can get an encased fan. We can do that. So I can get this, and I get to test out and show you guys the create powered press. If I do that, it will try and take hunger, but since we're peaceful, it can't. And that is 4 plates. And then 1 andesite alloy. Right there. And then a I'm pretty sure shaft on top. So, encased fan. Now we actually have no use for this currently. Well, again, when we get like lava and stuff, this will bulk smelt our stuff instead of using like furnaces. So, let's see. We need to work on a sapling situation because it's kind of bad right now. Give me a sec. There we go. And then we can just break this our final time with the axe. Break this with our hands, I guess. And then we don't have enough stone for an axe, so we have enough wood. So put this in the wood category of items. Use these saplings. Five. That's 6. And that's 7. We have all the stuff we need. We just need another water. The water weight is real. Oh, what the? Alright. Yeah, water. We're waiting a couple more seconds for the water. Goodness, water's a bit slow. I need content now. Alright, and that's infinite water right there, so we could start using create stuff. First of all, I need my slabs. Second of all, we could just go on. Okay. Alrighty. But there we go. We got rotational power. So let's just grab our stuff. And bring it over here. Which we'll need this to go one up. Because see, all the stuff is up there, not down here. So we will need some cogs. Get cogs. We have to put shafts plus wood to get cogs. I'll need some large cogs as well. We're gonna do this. See, by doing that, that will double the rotational power of the main thing. So first of all, we're gonna need some more water wheels. So let's start working on that. Five more, plus some large as well. Oh, well, darn it. Oh, come on, bro. We lost a water wheel. That's sad. There we go. There we go. Oh no. Crap. Please? Hold on. Idea. Okay. There we go. We already lost a lot today. Come on, please. Let me on. Thank you. Jesus. That is adding more SU every water bucket I place. And we could do this to, let's move this to do that, and then that. And one more of those. Should get us that. Decent speeds. So, put that there. Depot down there, and that is pressing. We will need clay. Clay comes from dust being transformed in a barrel. Barrel is made with stripped logs and bucket and some stuff. So let's do that, and the bucket. Is it not that? Oh, it's a chest on top. Why is it like that? That's weird. Never knew that had to be a bucket. Alright, that's a wooden barrel. Even though it says it needs like electricity, it really doesn't. So I need Use my thing. Another bucket. And he's saying, oh, why don't you just make it out of iron? You want to see the iron bucket recipe? I'm pretty sure it's... let's see. Just need a bucket. Look at that. Plates plus a hammer. That's outrageous, honestly. I don't know why they do that. It's so outrageous, chat. We need to do some more smashing. Then add 1 sand in my inventory. There. Clay. And then with clay and bone meal, porcelain clay, and then this unfired crucible. And then we smelt this. We have fired crucible. And then with this, that's heat 4. And we need basically the same amount that we needed for the water, except it's a bit faster because it has a heat of 4, which we could not have done there. So with this now, I'm gonna get lava too. I'm gonna start working on getting some pumps. I really don't want to smelt this without the fan, honestly, so let's just make the chamber for the fan real quick. It doesn't matter what speed, but I'm just gonna do that, because why not? I'm just gonna get some cobblestone real quick, because I don't want my whole island burning down. I guess I already have some andesite, so. And then if I put, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I break that, then it starts doing its thing. I'm gonna move this real quick somewhere else. I already have slabs. Why is Aqua in my stream? Hey. Hello, Aqua. I am trying to get my lava fan set up right now. And he left. Great. I'm gonna put a sign there. There, and then I guess a depot there, which we can already make because we have those. How's our lava doing? It's almost ready. It's speaking of which, we should actually get the iron bucket. Unless I want to get burned. I don't really want to get burned, so... Last thing will be smelting in the furnace. And then, there we go. You can see that's just been smashed. And then, there you go. Bucket. Got a bucket. And when this is ready, this, yep. That should be ready, so we can start smelting our ores. So, we just have to wait a little bit. Processing by the particle. I actually don't think we can steal this stream. I'm feeling quite tight. What the hell? Already, man? And that is copper. I think we've set ourselves up for the create era. We just need the mixer, which I'll get next time because I'm quite tired. I was doing something before this and I was just tiring. Look at that. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. And welcome to the primitive era of Star Technology.